So in this video, I'm going to talk about the importance of some of the metrics you get in your wearables. What are the most important metrics that you should be monitoring that give you good insight in terms of how you are going? Now, this video, run another channel. It's called the Inconsequential Runner. So this video is going to be for the Inconsequential Runner, but I'm resharing it here. Covers the same things. All right, here we go. Enjoy. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am the Inconsequential Runner, and in this video, what we're going to focus on is your wearables. What are the key metrics you should be tracking? Because there are three. Now, depending on the functionality of your wearable, you might have these metrics or not. Let's get straight into them. I know if you've got a Garmin, you are going to be covered. The three big metrics are this. Firstly is your overnight heart rate and what the lowest heart rate was. Usually for me, it's 47 to 49 beats per minute. I know that if my heart rate goes down to that range, 47 to 49, I am good. 50, 51, not too bad. But conversely, if I wake up and my resting heart rate overnight was about a 53, 54, 55, I know something is up. Either I'm fatigued and I haven't recovered properly, or I'm battling with some sickness. Something is coming on. And usually my heart rate will tell me before I start to feel it. That's metric number one. Get really good at understanding what your baseline is for your resting heart rate overnight. Number two is the amount of sleep that you get. So again, now take this with a pinch of salt because I find there are some inaccuracies. And remember, your watch or your wearable has to guess when you've first gone to sleep. So you might be lying on the couch for a number of hours, then you go to bed. Your watch might think when you're lying on the couch that you're asleep because you're lying on the couch at a time where you'd usually be in bed. And when you get up and move, it thinks that you've just gone up and gone to the bathroom. So take it with a pinch of salt. But often it is right and it reads correctly how often you're in REM sleep, how often you're in deep sleep, and how often you're awake. But yeah, look at those hours, the hours and minutes that you're asleep each night. Of course, what you're looking at is trends. I got a bit of a fright. I thought before the data, I was sleeping the best part of 8 hours a night. Turned out to be closer to 6 and a bit hours. So that changed my whole sleep routine. So now I go to bed earlier. Now, a long time ago, started going to bed earlier, and 8 is my threshold, meaning anything less than 8, I've undercooked myself. Anything more than 8, I know I'm in better territory, and the preference is 8.5. And how I know it's 8.5 is this metric number 3, body battery. So I don't know across all the wearables, but I know in Garmin, they give you what's called your body body battery rating. And that is how well your body battery has recharged overnight. You want to get to 100 each day. Um, if I have a really poor night's sleep and I'm fatigued when I go to bed, then it's not unusual for my body battery to charge to only 60 or 70. I think these ratings make them relative. It doesn't mean 100 is perfect, but it means your body is in a much better state than it is 60. But if you usually wake up and your body battery is 80, then you know when it's 90, you're in a better state than you usually are. And if you're 40, you're in a much worse state than you usually are. So again, make it personal to yourself and use that standard number that you tend to get as your baseline, knowing that you want to be able to increase the number. Now, the reason why I know that 8.5 hours sleep is good for me is I did a correlation analysis where I took a lot of data in terms of how much I slept overnight, number of hours, and my body battery rating in the morning. And with that correlation analysis, I found that 95% of the time, if I sleep 8.5 hours, then my body battery is 100%. Now, of course, there's a bit of day-to-day contamination. So I might have great sleep one night, but I had such poor sleep the night before that 8.5 hours still doesn't get me to 100. But as I say, 95% of the time it does. I know if I sleep 8.5 hours, my body battery 95% of the time gets to 100. So with two of those three metrics, do some correlation. Now, could I go further and do some correlation between my body battery and also my resting heart rate overnight, and the amount of time I sleep? Absolutely. But I haven't, because I don't want to overcook it. So let's wrap this up right here, right now. When I first wake up in the morning, I look at those three metrics and I actually write them down. I've got a morning routine, and part of my morning routine is looking at those three numbers and writing down the number of hours and minutes I've slept overnight, what my body battery rating is first thing in the morning, and what was my resting heart rate overnight. And that can help me with my planning for my run for the day. If I've got 16K run or a 10K run and my resting heart rate is 55 overnight, and I know usually it's between 47 and 49, and my body battery has only charged to 68, irrespective then of the number of hours on my sleep, then I might completely change my training plan because I don't want to fatigue myself again for the next day. Something's up. My body's not ready for it. So either I'm well, but I haven't recovered, or I may, yeah, it might be the precursor to, or initial indicator that I may have caught something or my body's battling something, or maybe my nutrition wasn't great the day before. Whatever it is, I'm not in a good energy state. So I can temper and change my training. Those three metrics: overnight heart rate, body battery, the rating first thing in the morning, and the amount of sleep that you get. Track them over time. Don't start making big decisions until you've got at least a month's worth of data, and then you'll sort of know where you're at with that. If you are going to change anything, it's going to be your sleep. Just sleep more, unless you're oversleeping, of course. Um, and it's all relative to you. That's it. Those are the three big metrics. If what I've shared with you is helpful, hit like. If you want to stay across these videos, you know what to do. Hit subscribe. And thanks for your patience, because what I do with these videos to save time is I speak fast and I do them all in one take. In the first take, saves me time. So thank you for your tolerance with a video that doesn't have all the bells and whistles. But I'd like to think it's nutritionally rich and really helpful. Okay, take care. Catch you in the next one. Bye.